Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into 2 Chronicles, chapter 14.
Yeah, a fascinating chapter.
Our goal is basically to pull out the key events, the main insights, give you a quick handle on what really matters here.
That sounds good.
So let's jump right in. It starts with King Asa, right after his father Abijah.
Exactly. And what hits you immediately is this description of his first decade. It says he did what was good and right in God's eyes.
Okay.
And crucially, the land had peace. 10 full years.
10 years. In that time and place, that's a huge deal.
Oh, absolutely. Exceptionally rare. Incredibly valuable.
So what did he do with it? With that, window of peace?
He didn't waste it. He used it very proactively. 2 main things: spiritual renewal and physical preparation.
Okay, tell me about the spiritual side first.
Right. So he starts these major reforms, gets rid of foreign altars, the high places these were, like unauthorized spots for worship, sometimes mixing worship of the Lord with other deities.
Impure worship, basically.
Yeah. And he smashed sacred stones, cut down the Asherah poles, those symbols often linked to pagan fertility cults.
And the text says he did this in every town, right? That sounds pretty thorough.
It really does. Shows a strong commitment to purifying worship, centralizing it back on the Lord alone. And he didn't just remove things, he actively commanded Judah to seek the Lord and obey his laws.
So, setting a clear standard.
Definitely. And the text specifically notes, during this time of rest, nobody was at war with him. It says the Lord gave them rest on every side.
So the peace wasn't just luck.
Seems not. It's framed as a gift, but a gift to be used. It wasn't passive.
Used how? What was the physical preparation part?
Building, infrastructure, defenses. Asa tells the people, let's build up these towns. Put walls around them, towers, gates, bars.
Fortifying things.
Exactly. And he directly links their ability to do this to prosper with the fact they sought the Lord who gave them this rest. So they built and they prospered.
Okay, so here's an insight maybe. The peace isn't just the reward for seeking God. It's the opportunity God provides for diligent preparation.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. It might seem strange building defenses when there's no obvious enemy, but Asa clearly saw the need.
He didn't just build walls, though, did he?
No, he was also building a serious military force. The source actually gives numbers.
Yeah.
300,000 men from Judah, equipped with large shields and spears, plus another 280,000 from Benjamin, with smaller shields and bows.
Wow, that's over 500,000 soldiers.
Huge for the time. And it calls them brave fighting men, all raised during peacetime.
That's some serious prep. But peace rarely lasts forever, does it?
No. And right on cue, that preparation gets tested. Big time. A massive army marches against Judah.
This is Zerah the Cushite.
Yes, Seir the Cushite. The text calls it a colossal army, plus 300 chariots. They came deep into Judah.
Cush being south of Egypt, right? So this is a major invasion.
Yeah.
Potentially overwhelming.
Absolutely overwhelming by human standards.
So Asa's done all this building, raised this huge army. How does he react when facing this, impossible force? Does he just trust his numbers?
This is really the core moment, isn't it? He does go out to meet them. He deploys his forces, the ones he prepared.
Okay.
But his first, most critical action before the battle, he calls out to the Lord, his God.
He prays.
He prays. And the prayer itself is, it's really revealing. He says something like, Lord, nobody but you can help the powerless against the mighty. Help us, Lord our God, we rely on you, and in your name we face this vast army. Lord, you're our God. Don't let mere man prevail against you.
Wow. That's potent. It acknowledges his own action. We have come against them, but the reliance is totally on God.
Exactly. It's faith right alongside, or maybe even underpinning all that preparation.
And the result?
Complete victory for Judah. The Lord strikes down the Cushites right there before Asa and his army.
God's direct intervention.
Seems so. The Cushites flee. Asa's army pursues them, and the defeat is total. So many casualties they couldn't recover. Utterly crushed.
Crush.
And the text specifically says they were crushed before the Lord and his forces. It links God's power and the human army's action.
Before the Lord and his forces. That phrasing really nails the dynamic, doesn't it? God's power, human effort, working together.
It does, and then it mentions they capture huge amounts of plunder, destroyed nearby towns because the terror from the Lord fell on them. They returned to Jerusalem loaded.
So a total victory, divinely enabled, with tangible benefits.
Right. It underlines the scale of the win and this divine element causing panic even beyond the battlefield itself.
Okay, let's wrap this up. What are the takeaways from this dive into 2 Chronicles 14?
Well, we see Asa starting with spiritual reform, which seems connected to this rare period of peace.
Then he uses that peace wisely.
Right.
Intense preparation, building defenses, raising a massive army.
But then, when faced with an absolutely overwhelming human threat, all that preparation isn't enough on its own. His first resort is total reliance on God.
And that reliance, combined with the prepared action, leads to this incredible victory and prosperity.
Yeah. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Given Asa's story, all the careful prep during peace, then the desperate reliance on God against impossible odds. What does that suggest to you about that balance?
A balance between, like, diligent human effort, doing everything you can do,
And that absolute faith, that dependence on something or someone beyond your own strength when things look impossible, it's definitely something to chew on for our own challenges.